Welcome to Miss Rowe Classroom. This video aims to help students understand the chapter The Last Lesson by Alphonse Daudet by summarizing the narrative arc of the entire story and exploring its key themes, characters, and historical context. By the end of the video, students will learn the following. What are the critical points of the story? What is the significance of the title The Last Lesson? What the author is trying to convey to the readers. Where is the symbolism in the story? A short disclaimer. This story uses many French terms and the pronunciation of these terms can be tricky. I'll try my best to enunciate the French words correctly. Constructive feedback is always welcome. Let's start with the historical context. The conflict between France and Prussia ended with France's defeat and establishment of the German Empire. France ceded the territories of Alsace and part of Lorraine to Germany as part of the peace settlement. This led to drastic changes in governance, language policies, and cultural identity. The German authorities implemented measures to Germanize the region, including promoting the use of German language in schools and government institutions. The historical context explains why teaching French is prohibited in the story. It helps students understand the characters' actions in resisting the loss of their language and cultural identity under German rule. Let's shift to setting and characters. As mentioned, the story is set during the Franco-Prussian War in the French districts of Alsace and Lorraine, which have fallen into Prussian hands. The main character is a young student named Franz. M. Hamel, the school teacher, plays a significant role in the story. Let's begin with the chapter. The story starts with someone's late arrival and atmospheric tension. Franz arrives at school late and fears a scolding from his teacher M. Hamel. There is a sense of tension in the town due to the bulletin board, where bad news is often posted. Franz notices a solemn atmosphere in the schoolroom and sees village elders sitting in the back. M. Hamel reveals that the order has come from Berlin to teach only German in schools, making the current French lesson the last. Realization and regret. Franz realizes the significance of the last lesson and regrets not taking his education more seriously. M. Hamel reflects on the neglect of education by students, parents, and even himself. Importance of language and heritage. M. Hamel emphasizes the importance of the French language as a symbol of identity and resistance. He urges the students to cherish and preserve their language, as it represents freedom even in the face of oppression. Final lesson and farewell. M. Hamel teaches the students with patience and dedication, providing a thorough lesson in grammar and writing. The classroom environment becomes somber as the students realize that this is the last time they will learn from M. Hamel. The church clock strikes 12, marking the end of the lesson and the school's closure. M. Hamel's poignant gesture of writing Viva la France on the blackboard signifies his love for his country and its language. The story ends with the French teacher dismissing the students and Franz leaving the school with a newfound appreciation for its language and heritage. Now let us understand the symbolism in the story. First, the schoolhouse. The schoolhouse represents more than just a place of education. It symbolizes the heart of the community and French culture. It embodies tradition, learning, and the preservation of heritage. As the German authorities enforce their language decree, the schoolhouse becomes a battleground for cultural identity and resistance against assimilation. Second, the blackboard. The blackboard is a canvas for M. Hamel's final lesson and his poignant message of Viva la France. It symbolizes the power of education and knowledge to resist oppression. Despite the looming threat of Germanization, the blackboard becomes a space where French identity and pride are defiantly reaffirmed. Third, M. Hamel's final message, Viva la France. M. Hamel's final message on the blackboard captures the spirit of resistance and patriotism. It serves as a rallying cry for preserving the French language and culture. The exclamation Viva la France embodies the character's national pride and solidarity despite adversity. Now let us discuss how is the story The Last Lesson relevant today. First, language preservation. The chapter reflects the importance of preserving linguistic diversity and heritage in today's globalized world. It highlights the challenges communities face in maintaining their native languages amidst dominant global languages. Second, cultural identity. The last lesson resonates with discussions on multiculturalism and preserving cultural traditions. It prompts reflection on preserving cultural identities in the face of social change and assimilation. Third, impact of war on education. The chapter highlights the enduring impact of conflict on children's access to education. The last lesson prompts consideration of the long-term consequences of war on educational infrastructure and student learning outcomes. The last lesson captures themes of loss, identity, and enduring power of language amidst the backdrop of war and cultural change in Alsace and Lorraine. Through its rich symbolism and poignant storytelling, the story reminds us of the importance of preserving cultural heritage and resisting oppression. This ends the explanation of the chapter The Last Lesson by Alphonse Daudet. If you are looking for Class 12's English course syllabus, especially the chapter summaries, themes, vocabulary, MCQs, important passages, and question and answers, including extract-based questions, please visit our website www.mistroclassroom.com. Stay tuned. We'll meet again to discuss Chapter 2, Lost Spring by Anish Jan. If you like the content, please subscribe, like, comment, and share the video. Bye-bye.